right, man. Let's talk about Oscar De La Hoya to speak to Ryan Garcia this week to present four names for his next fight at 140 pounds. Now, Ryan Garcia going out here saying that he wants to go ahead and fight. He wants to go out there and fight Rolando Rolly Romero. Obviously, Oscar De La Hoya, is at the mercy of Ryan Garcia, from what I understand. Um, is that you got to go through Ryan Garcia parents, and his advisor Lupe Valencia to get an opponent up in there. So from what I understand, but I mean, De La Hoya got some power being a promoter, but he got to keep Ryan Garcia happy, and we all know that. So Ryan said he want to fight Rolly. Oscar bringing forth the names. Is Ryan pump faking? Do we feel like he need a tune up, then roll into the Rolando Rolly Romero fight? We'll see what it says. Oscar De La Hoya to speak to Ryan Garcia this week to present four names for next fight at 140. It says De La Hoya says he'll meet with Ryan Garcia's manager, Lupe Valencia, his advisor, really, this week to submit four names for Ryan Garcia's next fight at 140 in August. De La Hoya states he wants Ryan 23-1 and 19 KOs to get established against top 5 or 10 contenders in the next fight this summer. Oscar isn't saying the kind of names he's looking at presenting to Ryan's manager, but it's likely bottom feeders level guys without much power and on the old side. That's somebody's opinion. So he says there are 3 or 4 opponents that we're going to submit to him. So we're going to submit 3 or 4 opponents, and then we'll take it from there. Oscar De La Hoya said to ES News last Saturday night when asked who Golden Boy Promotions plan to match Ryan Garcia in his next fight at 140 in August. Talking to Ryan Garcia's manager next week and to present him with 4 names, who do you think we will agree on? He says, quote, we're talking about top names at 140. We're talking about contenders. Keep in mind, it'll be his first fight at 140. Well, no, it ain't, because he fought that tackle hold dude at 140. So, I mean, I guess he mean officially full 140. So, he has to get him a top 10 or 5 fighter established with the name. Obviously, Ryan is the one selling the show and is selling the ticket. So, he'll make sure we get a good opponent, said Oscar De La Hoya. So, I agree with the guy who wrote this article, which, Dan Ambrose. It's probably going to be a bottom feeder guy. He probably talking top 5, top 10 in the weakest section, belt body. Rightfully so. He got knocked the fuck out in another loss. People be screaming, dude, he done, he done, he done, he done. But we seen other fighters come back from way worse. So, I mean, like I continue to say, man, you know, Eddie Renato said that he be bullshitting, dude. He said he the worst fighter that he ever trained. That's what I heard he said, and I can read it for you if I can pull it up. He said that's the worst fighter that he's ever trained. He said Eddie Renato said that Ryan is the worst fighter that he ever worked with when it comes to being disciplined. That he gets distracted too much at camp, and that he wants to be going to different cities whenever he is in camp. So to me, discipline, no fundamentals. He get the right coach, but hey, if he ain't committed, dude, I don't know why you would pick a sport that you ain't committed to go out there and get hurt. He could have played baseball. He seemed like a hell of an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he chose this shit to get punched in the face, but if you ain't taking a sport with your life on the line, um, seriously, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Let's call it what it is. I don't know what to say. So, but I mean, we could take a look. We could take a look at kind of the opponent list at 140, and really ain't no easy pickings. I think Barros probably would have knocked Ryan Garcia ass out. What Ice Cube say? Knocking out the nigga in the box daily, not monthly. He said yearly. Well, not monthly, yearly. To these pump motherfuckers. I messed it all up. I just woke up. Hold on, man. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. There we go. So remember he called out Regis. Yeah, Woody. I don't know who the fuck Regis fight, dude. Uh, really, I don't. Man, it had to be somebody I don't know. Nestor Barbo, Adam. I don't know. Steve Sparks. He ain't fucking with Kenneth Sims. Kenneth Sims been Brandon Lee. He might can get Brandon Lee. I heard he ain't looking too good these days. Richard Comey might beat his ass. Pedraza. Pedraza might beat him. To be real, maybe not. Elvis Rodriguez might beat him. He ain't fuck. Richard Hitchens got a fight coming up. Catterall to dust his ass off. Gary and Tom Russell beat the shit out of his ass. Like I said, it ain't too much. I think you probably looking at a guy like Steve Sparks, bro. That's what I think you looking at. I just remember the name, not the face. You probably looking at a guy like Steve Sparks. He can punch though. He got stopped one time. He got stopped by Tim Zoo. That was at 154 pounds though. So he jumped all the way to 150 for 140. So I don't even know if you really can count that. He lost his second fight though by majority decision, but and he lost his last fight by split decision in Mexico. So he got a win over Montana Love, that DQ. So yeah, this might be a good fight for him. I mean, if he go up to 54, I mean he was fairly successful staying 3 rounds in there with Tim Zoo, but if I was a bet man, it'd be him because I don't think he can beat O'Harry Davies. Maybe he could. Jose Zepeda got knocked out. I think he's a little bit too dangerous. Lippiets, no. Arnold Barboza might be interesting. He undefeated, but he can't punch. So maybe they can get in there and borrow Arnold Barboza from Top Rank because he can't punch worth a lick. So maybe he undefeated though. He undefeated, so maybe they can get him. He fought Antonio Moraine, Jose Pedraza, Cicero, Alvarado. He was old as shit though. Mike indeed, yes indeed, Reed. So yeah, this might be something to look at. Undefeated. I mean, Southern California guy. Can't punch. Maybe they feel like they can get him, but he is undefeated though. He ain't the greatest puncher in the world. But maybe they feel they can get him, man. Maybe they feel they can get him the fuck up out of there. So I mean, there's some options in there, but I mean, maybe beat O'Harry Davies to earn the right for the mandatory. Because O'Harry Davies owed the title shot next. So hold on. So maybe fight O'Harry Davies and then roll into the Rolly fight. But he probably got 4 names we never heard of, bro. Probably all 30 and 35 pounders. Real talk. But yeah, maybe we could beat O'Harry Davies. I don't know. O'Harry Davies lost to Jack Catterall, hell of a fighter, and he lost to Josh Taylor. I mean, two guys you got to tip your hat off to. So, but even on the little KO streak, so 2 KOs last fights. I mean, I haven't seen him since I think he lost to Catterall. So, I mean, Ryan fought Tank. Now he can fight 2 Tanks. That's his nickname, O'Harry 2 Tanks Davies. So, I mean, that might be a formidable opponent for him. Yeah, that might be a formidable opponent for him. So, that might make a little bit of sense. That might make a little bit of sense. So, but yeah, we'll see what they come up with. We'll see what they come up with. But it's gonna be somebody you ain't never heard of. We know it. It's just gonna be somebody you never heard of. That's what you can bet on. It's gonna be Get Back Johnson or some shit like that. Um, um, but yeah, man. That's what I mean. I think they all good opponents that I name. I think Sparks may be too much of a puncher for him though, and O'Harry Davies pack a nice little punch too. But I mean, if he really want to get the Rolando Rolly Romero fight, um, that might make the most sense. That might make the most sense. Put him in position to get the WBA, get O'Harry Davis a payday, but it's a risk. But I feel like if you can't beat O'Harry Davis, you need to retire anyway. You ain't gonna beat nobody in this division. Let's keep it real. You ain't gonna beat nobody in this division. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.